Two prideful princes pummel each other a lot, and we get ready for an Amazon original superhero smackdown. All this and more on today's episode of...
Hey everyone, Brobuscus here, and welcome to another episode of BrobusCast. I just messed up my intro. Alright, cool. I'm your host, Brobuscus. With me today is ZDogg.
Me and the boys talking about death metal. I don't know.
And Richard's back.
Tell me, does a podcast like this experience fear?
Sometimes. Anyway.
Sometimes.
Nah.
Hey everybody, I unfortunately had personal things to take care of, which is why I wasn't on the last episode. Believe me, I was very excited to talk about this fight, but it's all good now because I'm here to give my diet version of Jaru style thoughts and tell you guys just how excited I am for the next time. Yes, I'm excited. Get off my back.
Oh, we'll get to that. But first, we got an episode to talk about. And holy crap, it's good. It's really good. I want to talk about it. Just go. Introduce it, damn it.
Oh my gosh. I mean, you guys saw my reaction, I assume.
Yeah.
I think there's no more that needs to be said. Oh, by the way, we're talking about Thor versus Vegeta.
Yes, Thor versus Vegeta. Both characters' long-awaited returns, even though Thor versus Wonder Woman was like less than 5 years ago at this point.
Yeah, but here's the thing. That fight's bad, and this fight's not. So let's go over that real quick.
Yes. Okay. Results.
Called it. We got it.
Yeah.
So did I.
Yeah.
We got one up on the lads.
Haha. For the first time ever. Question mark?
I mean,
I don't know.
Kind
I
of.
mean, technically, I've been carrying us.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know about that.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I know this all stunned for all of you Dragon Ball fans that were hoping for a Goku Day miracle, but
Not today.
You expected a Goku Day.
Has,
You expected a Goku Day miracle for Vegeta. That's kind of your mistake.
yeah. The prince has just been dethroned
By another prince, which is really weird to think about.
Yep.
by another. Yes.
Although he might as well
yeah.
be king at this point. Like, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Thor might as well
there
be king at
have
this
been
point.
iterations. Yeah, Thor. There have been multiple times where Thor has become the king of Asgard. You know, unless you discount unless you're the MCU, in which case, yeah, he just hands it off to some shit he just had.
Yeah.
To be fair, I mean that's. You know, we don't have time for a philosophical character breakdown, so let's
No.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I will say I do very much appreciate that they broke down the multipliers on Dragon Ball.
Yes, and they did it great this time. Holy crap!
Yeah.
This is a big deal because
I was willing to turn my head and just be like, okay, yeah. During Hulk versus Broly, I was gonna be like, okay, sure, whatever. Like I don't understand this stuff, so alright, I'll just absorb it. I will take it, and I will move on with my life.
Yeah.
But I'm very glad, especially, I mean, it especially helps since Vegeta lost. It helps that they really hammered in this is how powerful he probably is.
Yeah.
That was a good pun there.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
They're just like, what?
It's like, oh,
No,
right,
no.
okay.
Yeah, no. They've had trouble properly putting numbers to multipliers, and the super forms in the past, and
Although to be
it's
fair, who
always
hasn't?
just kind of been. Yeah, this is true. You know, it's fucking Dragon Ball. You know how hard it is to put a fucking number to this series at this point? It literally just keeps getting more and more out there.
Yeah.
So,
Probably does.
but they did, and
Probably doesn't help that they keep
God.
getting so many new super forms. Like Ultra Ego
Yeah,
literally
this
just
is
happened.
also-
Like,
yeah, Ultra Ego isn't even a year old.
Gosh.
It is. It's barely 10 months at this point. So yeah,
freaking Dragon Ball.
but
This
yeah,
is why
and-
it fell out.
I know, me too. But the good news is, you know, from now on, whenever I guess they bring in other Dragon Ball characters or bring back Goku, they'll be able to get it locked down right this time, because again, you know, calculating Dragon Ball has always been something it's been touch and go. But here, I think they did a great job with it, especially like Brobuscus said at the end, where they're giving you visual numbers on, okay, here's how much damage output Vegeta could do in his strongest forms.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I don't know what I was expecting for the speed gap though, but hearing it out loud, holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, I can reach quintillions of times the speed of light. So I was like, yeah, I'm like, what was it, like 20 quadrillion times faster?
Like, yikes.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof it.
It also did just paint a picture that they did, and they were nice about it. They did say, yes, Vegeta was actually closer than we think he would be, but the gap was still further off. And when you actually, because I was told by a friend who knows about that Galactus and God out blast attack, apparently the gap in strength was bigger than Death Battle let on. But I think they purposely did that because they were like, if we just widened the gap further, Vegeta it would just look bad for Vegeta.
Yeah.
They could have made it worse and included Thor Force.
Which
That's
they did
true.
do. What the heck?
They didn't do
Yeah.
that.
They didn't include that. Oh no.
They were using base
They did
Thor.
mention in a tab, like, if about Thor Force, like if they included it, then the gap would be so much wider. And I'm like, well, okay.
Yes.
There go. So like we mentioned how Dragon Ball keeps increasing like every single freaking time because it's Dragon Ball. I think that kind of blows. I think including Thor Force kind of blows any chance of Vegeta stealing the victory anytime soon.
Well, it also just blows other characters out there too, because again, like they did do a good. And again, I can see people being like, oh, but they said Goku was. And his new face form in Super was stronger than the World Rainbow.
Yeah.
Thor's
Hulk.
Thor's stronger than the Hulk too. Like, big surprise, I know, but like.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
the rest of the analysis was good. Sorry, ZDogg, I don't mean to keep interrupting.
No, it's all good. I was gonna just say, like, there's like one thing that a friend has told me about the multipliers that kind of messes things up a little bit, is that they didn't add on the Super Saiyan 1 and 2 along with the strength, but I don't think it really matters.
Yeah,
no,
no,
because
them including regular Super Saiyan 1 and 2, it's kind of superfluous at this point because Vegeta has all
the God form is basically their base form at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
and like every time they transform into Super Saiyan 1 and 2, they barely lose any fucking stamina. Like they're significantly weaker than the God transformations.
Mm-hmm.
So tacking onto it really wouldn't have moved the number up any further than the God transformations.
I just wanted to point out there that just in case anyone were throw it out there, but no.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I just in case someone else might. I don't know.
Also, okay, so we have this fight. We have a bunch of DC Herald fights. I think it's pretty well established at this point that Goku still loses to Superman. Still, like Can we just make that point clear and not do this fight again?
I'm telling you guys, they're gonna do it at some point. They have to. Whether we like it or not, it's coming. It's coming.
I mean, okay, like, to be fair, a lot of my issue with it was just like, oh yeah, sure, let's just reawaken the Dragon Ball community.
Reawaken the demon of that debate.
Yeah, but to be fair, that was years ago. It was really only that bad in like 2015, 2013 when the first two Goku vs Supermans came out. So
yeah,
they've definitely calmed down since then, and it's also pretty well established that comic book characters are. Woof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
No, they are. I mean, at the bare minimum, I can comfortably say there are versions now where Goku can beat Superman, but they've also thought about having Goku fight Sailor Moon. And if they end up doing that, then let's just say, oh god, oh god, I don't even want to have those words come out of my mouth of what's going to happen.
I feel like Beerus versus Galaxia kind of paints the picture, but okay.
Yeah.
But a plus like that fight got copyright claimed, and it still hasn't been fixed up. So, you know, maybe let's not have Sailor Moon for a little bit.
Yeah.
Fair.
Just in case.
I guess I'd be fine with like Goku versus like Seiya or something. That'd be
He loses to Saint Seiya too, unfortunately.
I don't care. Like, I'm
you
fully
just don't
aware.
want Goku and Superman.
Yeah, I just don't want Goku and Superman. I do want to see them again because I think I think they could definitely do for a comeback. But
yeah,
please,
just not against each other.
Just not against each other. Not again.
Yeah.
Like we don't need Goku losing to Superman 3 times.
Oh gosh.
Well,
yeah.
again, we don't know that. Things could change. You don't know.
Look, let's be real. Anything that changes for Goku, changes will probably be made to Superman as well. So
yeah, you know,
like, yeah, Goku's just gonna keep rising up, but Superman's already like thousands of times greater, and he's gonna keep rising up too. So I don't know. It just feels kind of pointless to me at this point, but whatever.
Yes. So back on topic then.
Yes. Sorry. I mean, analysis was great. Both of them were done really nicely. Editing. Oh my gosh. I know it's like grass is green. I get it. But for this fight in particular, something just feels like an upgrade. You know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No. I totally got that feeling too.
So yeah.
Also, Boomstick being worthy to wield Mjolnir.
I have so many questions. Okay. Okay. Hold on. How? That's my main question. Just how?
Well, Mate's explanation. Your only explanation is, oh well. I mean, maybe the enchantment isn't on the hammer because, believe it or not, the Superman who once wielded Mjolnir, he wasn't actually worthy of being able to lift the hammer. The enchantment was just taken off by Odin so he could use it. And then, once everything was said and done, Odin put the enchantment back on, and Superman couldn't lift it.
So why would Odin take it off for someone like Boomstick?
Yeah, exactly. But, you know, you're only made also...
Anyways.
But Bill also brought up that, oh, well, Venom at this point is worthy to lift Mjolnir.
What? Okay.
How?
I don't know. I don't read Marvel comics
Okay.
that much
It's
anymore,
like
so...
The man is just okay. Whatever. I'm done trying to wrap my mind around the logistics of Marvel comics at this point.
Exactly.
So yeah. And then we have this fight. And oh my gosh.
Oh my
This freaking fight. Oh my gosh.
Gosh,
I'm gonna let these two boast
Go
about it before I give my
Oh
thoughts.
no! You're not
Yeah.
taking the easy way out of this.
Don't
God
this with
damn it.
comic sites don't be good, literally impossible.
Dang it. Fine.
Yeah.
Richard
I am
hates
a
this
king.
fight.
No, I do not hate my mouth. Look, all right, fine. You know what?
Mhm.
Fine. I am a king, and my beautiful subjects demand to know what I thought. So let's do this. Okay.
Speak
So,
trouble.
okay. Just gonna say this right now. I didn't love this fight. I like it.
Okay.
I like it, but I don't love it. I will gush about the stuff that works in this fight, but for me personally, out of all the Liam fights that we've had so far, from Dio versus Alucard, to Tanjiro versus Jonathan, and now to this, I feel like this is kind of the weakest out of the three for me. And that's not to say he did a bad job. Like, no, the fight is definitely the animation. It's well animated. Like Zach, Gus, this new freelance animator they hired, all of them did fantastic. So that the animation is not the problem.
Biggest set they've ever had.
Oh yeah, no.
Crash to the Hardware, which sounds oddly familiar.
The effects, all of it, it looks gorgeous. Like I am like the hand drawn stuff by Zach, once again beautiful. And but no, none of that is the problem. I think my biggest flaw with this episode is how it's paced. It really just, and I know somebody's going to say, oh, but it's a Dragon Ball fight. A Dragon Ball fight has to be fast. Well, that's not always the case, because Dragon Ball, if you go back and you watch Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball GT, they're not all about that flash. They do take their time, and the moment the fights are, they feel real.
I'd argue they take too much time.
Fair, this is fair, but point is like they're not supposed to be this flashy and fast. They can have moments to breathe in them, and that is kind of where I feel like Liam went a little too far with the pacing. Like, okay, just big example. Okay, Vegeta does not start off in Super Saiyan. He's trying to go Super Saiyan, and he fights Thor in his base form for a couple of seconds, and then he immediately goes to Blue Evolution. Not regular Blue Evolution. And then, like, maybe less than 50 seconds later, already Ultra Ego. That's a big problem, and it just, to me, it feels like, okay, there's no build-up to this. Like, Goku Black versus Reverse Flash, where you actually got to see a good amount of build-up before he turned Rose. And I would argue that the other big problem with this is Vegeta's character. I do not.
Oh boy, Speedy is rolling around right now in agony right now. I can imagine.
No. Just how he was written. I do like how Vegeta. Okay, I'm such a bigger Vegeta fan than I am a Thor fan, so I just love seeing
couldn't
Vegeta
tell.
act. Yeah, no, you can't tell. But no, I love seeing Vegeta come back. It was very nice. It was like seeing an old friend that I hadn't seen in a decade. But
we'll be coming back to that feeling later.
Oh yeah. But the way he was written here, oh god, I can't believe I gotta say this. Liam essentially repeated himself in Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Kakashi. Vegeta was just a best of compilation. Like, he only had 2 lines of original dialogue, and the rest of it was just from the original Dragon Ball Z series, as well as maybe a reference to Team 4-Star. So we didn't get what I really was wanting in this fight, which was some good back and forth between 2 of the most arrogant princes of all time. It really it was disappointing. And I just feel like, okay, it's not as good as Tanjiro versus Jonathan. Tanjiro versus Jonathan was so well written. The characters just felt like they were the characters. They didn't feel like they were just put here. They really feel like they were plucked from their series. Thor, he's the type of character where, you can pluck him out of the comics because of the way he talks. But Vegeta, it just felt like, okay, Liam just really wanted to take all the best quotes from Vegeta and put them here, instead of actually taking the character and having him here. And Your Only Mate did bring up a counter argument to that by saying, oh, well, what about what about Alucard? Because Alucard was essentially the same thing. But in defense, Alucard only quoted one line from his original series, and maybe one or two lines from his actual OVA series, but the rest was original dialogue that I could see Alucard saying, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I can get what you're. Yeah.
So it is. Nothing technical is my issue here. Believe it, I loved everything that was on a technical scale. I really feel like, okay, yes, these fights do get better and better. Would I say that this is better or the Goku Black versus Reverse Flash of Season 9? Absolutely not. I'm sorry. I cannot believe people actually said this was going to top that, or even be close to it, in my opinion.
I mean...
Well, then you're going to hate us on this one.
No, it's like... I'm sorry. It's like Goku Black versus Reverse Flash is just, it set a high bar that I just think this fight shouldn't have any right to compete against, because it should be its own thing, and it's all about, okay, I don't give a crap I don't give a crap about comparisons here. I just want the fight to be good, in its own right, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
So, yeah, that is one of the things I didn't like. It really was just the writing, the pacing, and I really feel like maybe they should have just ironed it out much better. There were also scenes that were cut that I don't appreciate. If you go and look at the boards on John Mitchell's Twitter account, there was extended scenes that would have helped give this fight more breathing room that I really appreciate. The biggest example is, the axe that Thor had. You actually got to see him utilize it a lot more before it gets destroyed. Or, the famous lifting hammer thing. That was also extended. So, yeah. Overall, this is probably my third favorite fight of Season 9 so far. It's way better than Harley Quinn versus Jinx, but I don't think it's better than Zatanna versus Scarlet Witch or Tanjiro versus Jonathan. And those are my thoughts.
Well, then you're gonna hate us, because
No,
right.
I can't hate you.
All right,
both.
hold on. All right, because hold on, I'm gonna be ZDogg might be blown away by this, but I said this in my reaction. I'm gonna say it again. This is probably my favorite Sprite episode. Probably.
I don't think I would go that far right now,
well,
but I do really like it a lot.
At the if nothing else, it's probably my favorite since Dio versus Alucard.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, honestly.
I mean, I can't argue with that because I can't argue with that.
Just in general, I saw the preview and I was already blown away. I was like, okay, so we already have this amazing set. We have these two really nice looking sprites, some phenomenal voice work. We'll get to that later. Oh my gosh.
Oh yes.
Some really nice music, and oh my gosh, we're gonna get to that later.
Oh boy.
And I'm like, all right, I'm sold. You sold me. I was already sold, but you're selling me even further. And then I see the fight, and you see my reaction. You know how I was.
Yeah.
I was just in it the entire time.
Yeah.
By the end, after Vegeta had already lost, like before the KO, I was speechless. I was like, I couldn't say anything. Like, I had my hand over my mouth was wide open. I'm like, what do I say about what I just witnessed right now? Like,
yeah.
Also, fun
Right.
fun fact.
Man.
So while I was watching this episode, my parents were out by the pool area, because it was a nice day out. I wanted to stay in because of course I did, because I'm a millennial. And they were just out. So so when I had my reaction to not only the death, but near the end when I was like screaming, they actually managed to hear me, which happens like never.
Oh, that's great.
I found out later that night, and they're like, if we were inside, we wouldn't have been able to hear you. I'm like, all right, okay, cool. Cause like I was like in that moment, I was like, I wonder if they heard me, cause I was pretty loud.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I mean, they didn't hear me when I was yelling over Batman versus Iron Man, so I think we're good.
Yeah.
I was wrong, but it's funny nonetheless.
Yeah, that was really fun.
But I think that also just kind of goes to show how into this fight I was. Like, holy crap! Like, just in general. Okay, one thing I didn't like, and I think this is one of the more common complaints, is that the animation on Thor when he's swinging his axe is a little janky, and that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, that's
like
going.
Like, and that's like a very minor thing in the grand scheme of this fight.
That's fair.
So like, I don't know. I mean, like, I was surprised that he went Ultra Ego as fast as he did, but like by the end of it, I'm like, well, okay, we can either have Vegeta at his best, and it keeps us guessing because given how Ultra Ego works, with each hit he takes, he's just gonna keep getting stronger.
Yeah.
And I was thinking that while watching, I'm like, all right, so Thor's powering up, but as long as he doesn't kill Vegeta, this could be a problem. And by the end, and that that fake out was like
I freaking love that fake out so much. Like I'm very convinced. I'm sure like someone will tell like, oh, I didn't think he was dead. Like, don't lie. Lie. You thought he was dead. You thought that was a Vegeta dub. Come on.
Yeah.
And just
some 9-year-old in the comments is like, oh, I predicted it. I called the fake out, and I'm like,
no.
I'm like, my guy, go outside.
I mean, I won't lie. I've been watching Death Battle long enough to spot a good fake out. So
my guy, go outside.
No. I am. I've watched films. I do. I can see a good fake out coming when, like, okay. What I mean by that is, oh, I didn't say, oh man, he's gonna hit him with the final flash and then boom, Thor's gonna. No, I did not see that coming. What I did see coming was, okay, so where's the fake out? Is like, come on, there's gotta be one, because I was rooting for Thor, and then I was like, just for a couple of seconds, I'm like, what? Where did he go? And then boom, grabs him by the cheek. I'm like, oh shit! So yeah.
It's good, man. Like they really went all that, and like I know we'll get this with voice chat, but I just got to say right now, that final flash yell is so
my
good.
Gosh!
Dear
that
God,
final
Lanny,
flash!
What the heck?
Beautiful.
It was so good.
All I gotta say is eat your heart out, Christopher Sabat.
Yeah. Honestly.
Yeah, oh my God. Yeah, I know we'll get to that later. I just want to say it now since it's on topic.
Yeah.
So good.
And like I saw this talked about on another server. Speedy mentioned like, man, I'm so glad that the track didn't spoil the fake out, because the track does like fade out a little bit during that moment, even on the official release. And I responded to that. I'm like, dude, I listened to the track like, I know we're not talking about the track just yet, but I just need to say this right now. It's like, dude, I listened to the track like 5 times before this fight came out, and it still got me. Like,
Yeah.
and I was still like, oh, like when I saw him dodge the God Blast, I was like, oh, it's over. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I'm just.
I was like, oh crap, no, because I was rooting for Thor so hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, and the hand drawn stuff in this. Oh my gosh, like.
Oh my god, they went overboard. Well, like, not.
Good.
Yeah.
Great
Like
job.
Yeah,
So good.
So on the commentary, they said the hand drawn stuff was Zach. And I hear that, and my mind immediately was like, wow, look how far he's come. Because like I think about this, and then I think about the hand drawn shots in Jotaro versus Kenshiro.
Oh gosh.
And I'm like,
oh my.
I'm like, okay. So we got that fight where the hand drawn stuff is literal trash, and now we have this. Like, where did we go from here? Like, how did we get here?
For real.
Simple. Zach got better. That's the best explanation. Also, too. So, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's I was saying improvement.
Yeah, there you go.
Indeed. Which also, too, by the way, so again, last time calling back to the boards, swear to God, like that moment where Thor is just after that brutal fucking kill, where he's essentially breathing before raising the hammer. That wasn't in the script, nor was it in the boards. Zach added that to make Thor's victory seem even more impressive.
What a great decision.
Yes, like again, it's like I love Zach. He's like,
and man, that shot afterwards, like when he's screaming in the sky and and lightning is raining down. I'm like, I want that as wallpaper yesterday. Like,
yes, it's like it's so epic too. It's all like, God damn, again, voice acting. But god dang it, man. Also, too, that shot. Did anybody else, when they saw that shot of, you see after the fake out, you see the hand-drawn shot of Thor, he's damaged, and he looks pissed off.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
At that point, I was all like, I'm not even in this fight, and I want to run.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then the actual kill itself. It's simple, but it's brutal and it's effective.
It's so good. Just freaking like a really clever use of like the power set and like freaking the fact like you can I noticed the fact like you can Vegeta sees it coming a little bit and like he's scared, like he's afraid, and like just. And also not to mention the fact, like, it's not like a clean, like, flies through his head. It's slow. Like, it takes a second for it to, like, go through the head.
And you see, like, his eye pop out. I'm like, oh my gosh.
You see the spine. You also, your only mate brought this up, too, when he was rewatching it. If you watch it in super slow-mo, the spine actually comes out of the neck area.
Oh, gosh. I didn't notice that.
So again, it's so good. But I also that's something I sadistically wanted. I wanted Vegeta to go out in a way to where he doesn't get a warrior's death. He gets kind of a humiliating, brutal death.
Yeah.
All the while, this man is trying a final explosion. It's not working because, of course, it's not. When does it ever work? But like,
he's trying to just. He can't.
Like, he's doing everything to get out of that phase hold, and again, that's what it kind of gave me horror-esque vibes. Like Thor just standing there, he's pissed, and is like, he's holding him just with his bare hand, and just waiting for the hammer to come to kill him. Like, good God.
Yeah. Also depending on how like Vegeta like reacts to Mjolnir. Like at the beginning of the fight, he dodges it. He's still pissed off, but then he grabs it, and then like freaking.
I want to go back to that when you're
like,
done.
Just like it ends with like he catches it with his head. It's fitting that that's what does him in the end as well. So
too, something we all didn't notice, but I was reminded of. Vegeta kind of jinxed his own death.
Yeah.
In the beginning, he says, "Throw that hammer at me again."
Yeah.
And saying, "And I'll wipe my gloves upon your face." The hammer is thrown at him again to kill him, and all while Thor is holding him with his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god. Yeah.
Going back to Vegeta catching Mjolnir. Okay, so first off, they play it off so well because like he catches it and it stops. And everyone was like, "Oh shoot, what?"
What?
And then like immediately after he gets plummeted down.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, and I said this like, because I mentioned and Mate mentioned this a lot, but I mentioned in the last podcast like, you know, what if like Vegeta's like pinned under Mjolnir, he tries to pick it up, and he's like getting really angry and like, why is this not moving? And Thor goes like, all right, I have a simple answer. Picks up the hammer, smacks him. You're not worthy. I'm like, all right, we didn't get exactly that, but what we got was A, close enough, and B, still funny, and still really cool.
I have good news for you. A version of that did happen, but it was one of the things I mentioned that got cut. You actually see Vegeta having the hammer.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the hammer actually hits him. He's in the water, and his hand is stuck under the hammer, and he's trying to lift it to get it off of him. So that's when he goes Ultra Ego, and essentially just causes that massive explosion.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, on the note of Ultra Ego, so first time I heard that the form's hair was purple, I'm like, well, that's freaking dumb. Like, I thought that was the stupidest thing ever. And then I saw artwork of it. I'm like, oh my gosh, this looks even stupider. And then I saw like he has no eyebrows, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so bad. And then I see it in the fight.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then I see it in the fight, and I'm like, I take back everything I said. This form was pretty freaking dope.
It looks better when it's in motion rather than on a page. I'll give you that. But the color choices, because he's tapping into the
I know. I just think it was kind of stupid.
I mean, purple was the only color they haven't used, so it's like it makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
Make it orange. You should have orange hair.
Oh God, no! That's where I draw the line.
That'll be like a form Gohan gets. Just watch next.
Yeah, watch. Yeah, new Dragon Ball movie comes out. Oh, by the way, Gohan's got a new super form, and it's orange.
It's orange.
I'm like, where is? I'll be like, where is your art team, and how do I fire them? Like,
Super Saiyan orange juice. Anyway.
Although to be fair, wait, never mind the Broly. I was like, they haven't used green, but I'm like, wait, Broly.
Well, I mean, technically, they and again, I do love that at the beginning, even if I hate it explanation-wise, I do love that they did do a Broly movie Easter egg for Vegeta when he goes Super Saiyan and his hair
frame where his hair is green.
So fucking cool, but it was just like Ichigo's final transformation being used for the first time in motion in Ichigo versus Naruto. This was cool to see. Vegeta's new transformation, and again, it's like, it's really badass. Like, again, just like, especially at that moment where he's getting hit and hit, no sells anything, and then of course the classic "Doesn't God such as yourself feel fear?"
I want to talk about that, but I'll save it for voice acting. I'll save it for when you talk about the voice acting. Yeah, it's always neat to see like manga appearances, like manga forms, manga whatever, like be fully animated. And the fact that Death Battle managed to do it before Dragon Ball did, it's like eat your heart out, Akira Toriyama.
Exactly. Or just say you're not doing another series.
He's totally doing another series. Like,
Oh, God, I hope not.
you know it. You know they are. It's Dragon Ball. Like,
That's what. Yes, and that's why it's taken this long to get one, and we're getting a movie.
yeah, we're gonna get one after the movie. Calling it. I'm calling it. I'm calling it. And I look forward to not watching it. That's what I said about the new Avatar movies coming out. Like,
oh God, yeah.
I saw the tweet about their. I know we're super off topic, but I have to get this out of the way. I saw the tweet that said like, oh, by the way, here are the titles for the new Avatar movies, and I'm like, cool. I look forward to not watching any of them, because I still haven't seen the first one, and I still probably won't.
I recommend watching Alita Battle Angel instead. Like,
noted.
Much better.
I thought about that, but I haven't yet.
It's fair. Maybe if Alita gets into Death Battle one day.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
If Alita gets in this season, then I have to, because what I said on a previous podcast.
Yep.
Fair.
But that actually will come up later. But that actually will come back. We'll circle back to that later.
Okay.
But for now, all right. The voice acting. Oh my gosh.
ZDogg, did you have any closing thoughts about the animation?
I mean, just I don't know what else to say. It's just really good. I really like everything. Just all the action, all the moments. There were so many cool moments in there. The death was like, I think this might actually have like one of my favorite climaxes to any Death Battle. Honestly, I can't stop watching it.
I can agree to that. I
just can't stop watching it. Ugh. I mean,
I can't stop watching reactions to it.
The reactions are great.
My gosh, and I mean, I will say, like, kind of. Nope.
Sorry.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Okay.
I will say, circling back to the talking about the Dragon Ball community. I saw a reaction. I don't remember the channel's name, so I'm not going to shout them out just yet. But I saw a reaction channel. It was some girl with like purple hair and a Goku-esque uniform. With like a Goku floaty in the background or something like that. I don't know. You know what I mean?
SSJ Super Saiyan Gojin 4. That's her name.
Okay, cool. Shout out to her. And she was so repping Vegeta, because of course she is. She seems like a Dragon Ball YouTuber, so like, and like when he lost, she was still like upbeat and was a good sport about it. I even made a comment on it saying like, it's rare to see like a Dragon Ball YouTuber react to a death battle and be like, all right, especially for a character like Vegeta, like, like it'd be one thing if it was like Goku Black. Like nobody cares about Goku Black. But like it's Vegeta we're talking about. Like this guy to the Dragon Ball community is like shout out to the Sonic community. Like, like it's insane. So I see a reaction to him losing, to him like dying even in a death battle, and they're still like, yep, sure, makes sense to me. I'm like, you know what? I like you. YouTube needs more people like her. Actually, YouTube needs more good reaction channels in general, because some of the good ones have been dying out lately, or become bad.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say any names, but I think people know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. Anyway, but let's not dwell on that too long.
Yeah.
And instead dwell on the voice acting. Segue.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
finally, let's talk about the voice acting.
Okay.
Brobuscus is literally about to pop a blood vessel.
Okay, so Jonah Scott came back. That's cool.
Yes,
I'm happy
so
for him.
happy he came back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He
I've
deserved
said it before, but I don't like Thor versus Wonder Woman. I've made that pretty clear.
No,
Um,
no,
Mhm.
me neither.
but
Yep.
even I can look back at that fight and be like, you know what? I may not like this fight as much, but that guy as Thor is really freaking good.
Mhm.
And now he gets to come back in an actually good episode for one, but also,
Yep.
he manages to
I
take
thought
the
he did. Yeah, good.
yeah he manages to take the Thor voice he already had, which was already good, and like put it on steroids.
Elevate it.
It is so much better.
Yeah.
Yes. I think he was the best. Like, okay, I know this is gonna sound weird, but I definitely think, along with who we're about to talk about, together they both carried this episode. Like,
Oh,
there was no
Yeah,
one MVP.
probably.
Absolutely.
Both of them, like even the simplest things, like Thor just laughing, as the does that count? It's like, that's fucking Thor. That's comic.
Yeah.
Not that asshole from Thor versus Wonder Woman was like, stand down, Fayward maiden. This never ends well for women such as yourself. Like, what the fuck? Who are you? They're like,
Thor's
to
a
the
sexist?
badass,
Confirmed?
like, huh?
So Thor is a sexist, confirmed.
Yes. Or is the sexist confirmed?
Thor's
but-
gonna get very insulted anyway.
to just a simple thing like him again, going back to that final shot, that scream after what he just did, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm not fucking with this guy. I'm staying far off his bad side.
My God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also too, everybody was saying, oh, we have to get this for this character. One thing we all were just like, maybe subconsciously we all knew it was coming, but we didn't say we wanted, was we had to get a Heaven's Wrath in there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we had to.
Yeah.
This is officially the third Heaven's Wrath in a
Yeah.
Thor featured episode.
There's 3 Thor episodes, and all of them have that freaking line.
Yes. So good.
I will say,
although I thought it was much better here.
I will say, and this might sound blasphemous, but I actually think I like that line delivered more in versus Wonder Woman.
I mean,
It was still
fair.
fine here. I just think it needed a touch more, like, energy to it.
Yeah. That's fair.
At least to match up with Lanny's final flash. Which, by the way,
Oh, boy.
Lanny.
Here we
Oh my
go.
gosh. Okay.
Oh my God.
So
Lane, my gosh.
I want to take back everything
What a
I
waste
said
of
about. I want to take back everything I said about the guy leading up to this fight. Because in the lead up, we were saying like, okay, they could get Lanny, but what if they didn't do that? And now I look back on it and I'm like, I am
Nope.
so sorry. Lanny is Vegeta forever.
Yeah. I mean,
no.
it still would have been
I-
cool, like interesting to
No.
hear, but like,
Yeah,
I don't
no. I
know,
mean,
but, like,
okay,
come on.
okay. Yeah, okay, let me just pump the brakes here. I was hoping they wouldn't get Lanny. Not because I didn't want Lanny back, it's just because I feel like, okay, give somebody else a chance. Like, I would have loved to hear Prince Vegeta come to play Vegeta. Or, again, mine and Brobuscus' personal favorite pick, Tom Shulk.
Right.
I would have loved to heard him. Or, again, Alex Walker-Smith. Any one of these guys who can actually pull off a Christopher Sapp impersonation. But, after this episode, I was reminded of...
What we have here is better.
No, I was reminded of something that I haven't realized since I was a teenager in high school when I started watching Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Lenny is the best online Vegeta because he doesn't do a Christopher Sabat impersonation. This is his Vegeta voice, and it's essentially kind of the hallmark of what a Vegeta should sound like on something YouTube related. And he did start off the voice acting that we have in Death Battle today. So you had to have him come back. He's a legacy cast member, for God's sakes.
And you mentioned before, Richard, that having Vegeta back was like seeing an old friend again. Hearing Lanny's voice again, like I'm not a Dragon Ball Z, I'm not a Dragon Ball Abridged fan at all. I'm not a fan of any Abridged thing, but hearing Lanny as Vegeta again after his last after the Vegeta versus Shadow, both the Death Battle and the Woman in Melee, and the Vegeta versus Zod DBX, hearing them and then going back to this, and I'm like, Lanny, I missed you. I didn't think I missed you, but I missed you.
No, this again, for me personally, the last time it really is a shame. The last time we heard him as Vegeta in anything was Dragon Ball Z Abridged, to finale. I mean, well, he did play him in a couple of the shorts, but that's different, you know. Here though, it's like he's still got it. He is
still
Vegeta.
Got it.
I'm sorry. And again, I meant what I said. Christopher Sabat, eat your fucking heart out, because Lenny Couture is a great Vegeta. He doesn't carry that. He very much still carries that inner cockiness that we all love. And again, that final flash. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So I made a post on Twitter, and Richard, I know you saw it.
Yes.
I tagged both Lanny and Jonah, and asking, like, my guys, where are your vocal cords? Are they okay?
Yeah, honestly.
I haven't gotten a response yet, but I'm sure I will at some point.
Yeah.
I'm like, guys, are you okay? Like,
I was gonna say, like, my gosh, how many cough drops do you need?
How many days did you have to go by not talking? Because like Michael Kovac was the same way. After his after his Kamehameha in Black versus Reverse Flash, it was actually Max. He went to him. He tweeted at him. It was like, dude, you delivered one of the most powerful Kamehamehas in Death Battle history. And he was like, thanks. I needed to not talk for a day afterwards. I'm like, oh, okay. Glad it was worth it, then.
My recommendation is, this is what Moscow X told me personally once when I tried to do a Super Saiyan yell. Drink tons of water.
Yeah.
Yes, but no. I will also admit, again, the problems I did have with this fight, they also do extend to the fact that I did say, okay, I had a problem with Vegeta's characterization. Even that, it feels like minuscule at this point, because Lenny is such a great Vegeta that I'm willing to overlook, for a brief moment, the fact that, okay, this is all just literally a best of compilation Lenny is doing. But even then, it's like, it doesn't matter for those couple of minutes, because again, that's Lenny back as Vegeta, and it just feels like, I missed you. I never knew how much I needed to hear your voice again, because, you know, again, it's like, you're a legacy character, you're a legacy cast member, and not many legacy cast members get to come back, unless you're Nick. Or Gerardo.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, no, both of them were they were great. This is probably personally tied with Jonathan versus Tanjiro in terms of voice acting. Like,
I don't know, man. I think Lanny's Final Flash kind of puts Benji's Sunlight Yellow Overdrive to shame.
Oh, okay. I would say it's no. I would say it's close because again, I recently rewatched Tanjiro versus Jonathan to really compare, and it's like, no, that final Overdrive Scream versus Lenny's final flat, they're about the same for me. I'm sorry, it's like they both have so much raw energy in them. But then again, Lenny has done Vegeta for so long, he knows how to put all of his vocal cords into a fucking Final Flash. Like, go back and I know Brobuscus says he's not a fan of the abridged, but when Lenny had to do the Final Flash when they got to the debut episode of that attack, he did such a good job with it. Like with the power up and then the saying it is like, oh my god. So beautiful.
Yeah.
Although one common complaint, not Lenny's fault, but what the fuck were you thinking, Liam? Not putting in a Gallic gun attack? Why a Big Bang attack? If it's Liam's personal favorite move of Vegeta's next to the Final Flash, I'm like, okay, but it's like, come on, man, it's the Gallic gun.
Gallic gun's been used all the time, so I'm glad we're getting some refreshment here.
I don't care. I love it.
Oh,
okay. I guess if Bugs Bunny ever comes into Death Battle, you don't want him to say, what's up, Doc? Because that's been overdone.
you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. I'm joking. But oh man, these two make it worth it to rewatch this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although you want to know what else makes it worth it? That's still on the audio front.
Oh god,
yes.
here we go.
Oh
Yes.
boy.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
boy.
Oh yes. Oh
You
yes.
should just play the couple of seconds of the track right here.
All right, bet. Here you go.
Oh, it's so fucking cool.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I'm just gonna play like the entire chorus. I'm not gonna lie. Like
to quote Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z, from the Dragon Ball Broly abridged movie. Oh my god, it's so goddamn cool.
oh my gosh. Okay, so a little bit of backstory. So this is actually one that Liam talks up quite a bit. In the lead up to this, Liam sent Brandon Tusk's theme from Killer Instinct.
Good choice.
And was like, I want Viking rock. I want raw, guttural, like blood curdling Viking rock. And Brandon was like, all right, bet.
Yeah.
Came back, went to this thing, brought in what's the guy's name? Juna Mitsui. But I believe also did a good guitar solo for Lost Ice Storm, but I could be wrong about that.
I believe he did.
They did their thing, they got it all done, sent it to Liam, and then Liam was like, Brandon, this is your best work.
Wait.
And after hearing it,
I agree with Liam.
Yeah, honestly,
yeah, it's gonna be honest.
Like, I know that Brandon has a lot of tracks that are like impossible to overcome, but I think he's done it.
He keeps doing it, Dan.
Like,
He keeps doing it.
I personally feel like the bar finally has been risen again. Like, okay, I have listened to this track by itself close to 15 times. I've never ever done. Okay, no, correction. I haven't done that since Mighty. Or like for real, I'm being dead serious. It's been that long, and oh my god, it's Brandon's vocal. You want to talk about it? Or Lenny?
Yeah, you want to talk about vocals? You want to talk about vocal cords?
Is Brandon's vocal cords okay?
Oh my gosh.
The rock is like the lyrics. Oh, like okay, seriously. like the one lyric that got me so fucking hooked into this track was "Vengeance and pride are my birthright."
Yeah.
That's it. That's Vegeta and Thor right fucking there.
Yeah. No.
Oh my gosh.
It's
Like, I don't know, man. This might be my favorite death metal OST so far.
No, for real. And I'm glad I'm not
Like-
alone because again, I know we have less than 12 episodes left if I'm correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Including the
I know
next
we
fight,
have
yes.
Okay, I know we have 12 episodes left, but I'm sorry. I'm a bet right now. I'm a bet. This is my #1 favorite track of season 9. It's staying #1. I don't care.
I'll take that and I'll up you. I think this is the #1 best track of Death Battle.
For me, it's tied with Mighty. I don't take that title that loosely because again, Mighty is one of the best, if not the best original tracks Death Battle's ever done. But holy fucking shit, Brandon, you son of a bitch! You madman!
yeah, Scott. I
Oh
mean,
my gosh.
As we're talking right now, Brobuscus, I don't know how I'm doing this, Brobuscus, but as we're talking and the edited version, after all of this has been edited and it's been done, I can hear the track playing in my head.
yeah, freaking,
I won't believe.
I freaking can't stop singing the chorus. It's
No,
so
me
good.
neither. Me neither. Like,
it's I mean, like part of me doesn't want to betray Chaos Unraveled and Mighty, but like, oh, it's good.
I know. It's like
I know. Like Chaos Unraveled is a special case.
So many good tracks. What?
Okay, like Chaos
Michael
Unraveled is a
Jones,
special case because it's an inside joke for us. But like,
yeah.
Freaking Brandon, why must you do this? Make so many good tracks.
I mean, I also kind of feel bad. Okay, I feel bad for Mad Laugh Riot. I really feel bad now because
man, Mad Life Riot was the best one so far leading up to this.
Yeah.
we were wrong. No,
and then,
man.
And then
Like,
this fight, and then this track. It's called Princess of Pride, by the way. I don't know if we ever said that, but
yes, no.
But
yes,
when that came out, the
Princess
first
of
time,
Pride,
the first time I heard it, I'm like, this is the best one. Like,
Yeah.
no questions asked. This is the best
it
one.
also, again, what I love it. Okay, I don't know about anybody else, but when a track manages to sneak in the title's name, it's
Yeah.
so beautiful.
Yeah.
Like the whole "We are the princes of pride." Oh my
Like very few tracks are capable of getting me and hooking me immediately on the spot. It usually takes like 1 or 2 re-listens, and then I'm like, all right, this is great. Like Hollow Dreams. Going back to that one for a second. The first time I heard it, I'm like, all right, this one's pretty good. Yeah. I like it, and then I re-listened to it. I'm like, this is one of Brandon's best tracks. I even made a freaking video about it. Plug.
Yes, plug. Well,
and then this one comes out, and I'm like, man, I haven't felt this much excitement from a track from the first time I've listened to it since probably way past Flash.
That is one thing that I must say is like if Mad Laugh Riot was the appetizer, then the Princess of Pride is the fucking main course. Everything
begs the question. Just begs the question:
Go.
what's going to be the dessert?
Exactly.
Gosh.
That's a good question, and
it makes me. And just thinking about that question makes me really excited for the future.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely, and hopefully it'll be a good dessert indeed. But I will say, I'll also say, just god dang it, man, it is. It's like I am. I'm speechless right now. All I want to do, although that does kind of annoy me, of all the reactions I've seen so far, none of them are commenting on this music.
And those
it's
that are
literally
have probably
like
those that are have probably listened to it before. Like Nate commented on it, but like he's seen the preview.
But it's like yeah, exactly. But it's like and Red Runner obviously, but it's like anyone else who aren't our friends have not commented on this track. And I kind of feel like, what the fuck?
Yeah. That's kind of how I am about
yes, the animation is going yeah.
That's kind of how I am about certain episodes when it comes to the voice acting. Like I would look at reactions for a lot of fights just to see what do people think about the voice acting, because some of them are borderline spot on, and then in this episode's case to get Lanny back.
Well, I mean, the good news is Renegade Reacts. They are the only channel to actually recognize that they got Lanny back.
All right, cool, but I don't really care about their content, so like.
That's fair, but it's just some reactions I've seen who haven't seen Dragon Ball Z Abridged, they're like, I don't really care for this Vegeta voice.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Yeah, but again, it's like that's kind of again all goes back to what we were saying. They didn't need we would have liked it if they got someone different who would have just done a Christopher Sabat voice impression, but we're so fucking glad they didn't.
Yeah. I don't think anyone could pull off that final flash better than Lanny did.
I mean,
and that
maybe
includes,
Prince Vegeta.
That includes freaking Christopher Sabat. Like. Yeah,
no, I'm sorry.
Like the man's a madman.
Maybe
I don't want to make it sound like Chris Sabat is like a an underling in comparison. Like the man's insane. But
Lanny's crazier.
Yeah.
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 Man.
I guess that now ties into our final thoughts on this episode.
I mean, I've already basically said mine. Like,
yeah,
straight up best episode.
I guess I'll end it off with this.
Yeah,
I'll end it off with this. I had problems with this episode in terms of writing and pacing, but that does not. But even then, that's not enough to make me say I didn't like this fight, because I did like this fight. I was optimistic. I was hoping this fight would deliver. And in some ways, it did deliver in almost every category. It's just, if it had been ironed out, like, maybe if we would have gotten more time with Vegeta as Super Saiyan and then having actual transformation buildup, that would have ironed out the pacing for me. But everything else is fan-fucking-tastic. Like, I will not deny Brobuscus' claims that this is definitely one of the best-looking sprite fights of the season so far. And this was only the 4th episode. This is only the 3rd sprite fight. So the fact that it managed to out-eclipse Zatanna and Scarlet Witch and Tanjiro versus Jonathan on a technical sprite level, that's impressive, especially since we consider that there were no rigging in this, and there were no puppet rigging in these sprites.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice.
This was all hand animated. So again, it's even more better.
Oh no, but there's that one shot of Mjolnir sticking out of Thor's right leg. All right, this animation is an automatic 0 out of 10.
Like, who cares, man? I don't care.
I don't think anybody cares. I don't think anybody cares. We're just talking about this fight from a technical perspective, and I remember that. And I'm like, all right, I can make a joke out of this.
Well, some people do care, but it's like, why?
Yeah, but those people need to go outside once in their freaking lives. And I know I'm not one to talk, but shut up.
Yeah, no, it is. I am. I would say maybe when we finally do our death battle, when we do our season 9 ranking, this, for me, I can promise both Brobuscus and ZDogg, this will be in my top 5. It's not going below number 6. That's
I'll
how
hold you
good
to
it
that.
is.
I'm
Okay.
holding. I'm holding you to that. I hope you know. Anyway.
Yeah.
No, it's true. No, but freaking. Well, I don't mean to just interrupt, but like, freaking.
No, I'm done.
For how long we've been waiting for this fight, like how many people have been waiting for this fight, man, it turned out way better than I think anyone expected, which is so good.
Yeah,
Just,
this was my most anticipated fight of the season. Like when we got the teases, we were like, all right, we got Tanjiro. I mean, that's pretty cool. I haven't seen Demon Slayer yet, so all right, I'm down. We got Scarlet Witch. We're like, all right, yeah, cool. We got Tetsuo coming up. I'm like, okay, I haven't seen Akira yet, but all right, cool. We got Boba Fett. I'm like, oh, okay, Boba Fett's coming back. Hello. You got Jinx. It's like, all right. I mean, I haven't played League of Legends. I probably never will play League of Legends. And then it's Vegeta, and I'm like, okay. I mean, I don't really care about Vegeta that much. Oh wait, he's fighting Thor. Hold on.
Yeah.
Also,
man.
And again, like, yes, we must also address the just one last thing. Yes, Dragon Ball fans. Yes, totally. You are right. You are smart. Death Battle is 100% biased against Dragon Ball character. A Dragon Ball character has never ever won a fight since in the matchups they've been presented in.
Guess we're not going to talk about their 6-year win streak.
Oh no, totally.
No, we're not, because it's the Dragon Ball Death Battle haters. They're never wrong. They're never wrong. They're never far up their own asses.
God,
although to be fair, at least 2 of their wins are probably wrong, but still. Although ironically enough, both are against Marvel characters. Go figure.
Yeah, no, and again, it's like, look, I mean, y'all can comment at, it's like, if I don't think they're gonna come at us, but it's like, look, I am a Vegeta fan. I will even say it. I've said it multiple times. At this point in Super, Vegeta is a much better fucking character than Goku ever was. Like, I'm sorry, Goku.
Probably,
I don't like Goku. That's why if Goku ever does come back, I'm rooting for him to get the shit beat out of him.
Oh gosh.
Man, if he does come back, I know we were talking about how much we love Lanny as Vegeta, but if Goku does come back, I kind of hope they get someone other than Masako.
Again, I sent you the perfect guy. I sent you both a DM of who they could get. This guy is a legit. He's not just a Sean Schimmel impersonator. I'm dead serious. It feels like when he talks normally, he had his vocal cords swapped with Sean Schimmel's, because he talks just like him.
Mm-hmm.
I think they even said, it was either on commentary or on Fireside, I forget, but they even said, like, it's hard to balance, like, do they get, like, their abridged voice actors or not? Because last year we had a couple prime examples, like, Goku Black didn't get his abridged voice actor, Dio didn't get his abridged voice actor, but then, like, Alucard and Vegeta do.
Yes.
So it's like, how do you balance that?
It's tricky.
Okay. Well, I mean, maybe again, I like to think of it as Death Battle was paying tribute to both Lenny and Taka, because, again, say it one more time, they both started as the first ever voice actors in Death Battle. Period.
That's true.
So they most likely do get a kind of. They're the exception. They're allowed to come back automatically, because it's like, okay, without these guys, the voice acting in Death Battle wouldn't be what it is today.
Yeah.
And Team 4-Star and Death Battle, they're still super tight with each other.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And, again, it's like, I wouldn't be surprised if Trunks ever shows up in Death Battle, they get Kaiser Neko, because, well, let's face it, who the hell else are they going to get to do a Trunks voice?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, yep. I think the way they said it is like, because like harkening back to Goku versus Superman, both of them, but more specifically the first one, they got Masako in, and they were like, and people commented like, okay, it's cool that you're getting them, but this isn't the Goku that we wanted represented, because it's like it's Goku how he acts in canon, but it's his abridged voice actor, and it's his abridged voice, which isn't Goku. It kind of detracts from Goku's character.
Which, at the time, I disagreed with, because I thought Masako, just like Lenny, both they can play the canon versions of these characters, but now, as I'm older and I see more and more, I kind of do agree with them, and it is distracting that these are just...
I think Masako can make for a good Goku when he's in normal conversation, but not when he's in battle.
Yeah.
I mean... Because Sean puts on different voices for Goku in those situations.
Yeah, like Super Saiyan 3, whenever he first turns Super Saiyan 3, he doesn't just use his normal voice. No, he uses a deep voice. And then when he turns Super Saiyan 4, okay, so what? He's just going to use
all
Super
bets are
Saiyan
off.
3 voice? Yeah, no, it's grab boy, it's rough, it sounds animalistic, which is the whole point. So, again, I can see where they're coming from, but I think for Alucard and Vegeta, and again, Trunks, in my opinion, they should get the abridged voice actors, because they are...
For Alucard's sake, like, I can't see anybody doing Alucard aside from Curtis and Crispin. It would have been nice if they got a Crispin Freeman impersonator, because that guy's a legend, but like, nah.
Absolutely. No, but I mean, who knows? We don't know. I mean, who's to say, really? Because again, if they do bring Goku back, or if they bring in other Dragon Ball Z characters, maybe they'll get actual actors, impersonators. But for some of them, like Trunks, like 17, I feel like there's no shame in just getting those actors, because it's not just because you're tight with them, but because you know they can deliver these performances.
Yeah. I guess it just depends on the characters, because I'm remembering now, they also didn't do it for Roshi.
No, they did. Well, I mean,
they got their freaking art director to voice Roshi before even thinking about going to Lanny.
Which is, well, actually, fun fact, because in the first couple of episodes of Season 1, Master Roshi was voiced... Oh, wait, no, sorry. It was Season 1 and Season 2 of Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Master Roshi was voiced by Masako X. So, you essentially hear... Yeah, it's distracting. But then they switched out with Lanny.
I can't I'm thinking about that now, and I can't believe they got freaking Rooster Teeth's art director to play Master Roshi, and he does it so well.
That laugh.
Oh my god.
And then Beerus didn't get an abridged voice actor either.
No, because
but then,
they said they never wanted to abridge Super.
Yeah, well, I can't possibly imagine why.
Fair.
But even Liam commented much later about that. Like, man, because before he became director, I don't think he was made aware, right on the spot, who voiced who. So I think how it worked was he saw the fight before being told who voices the characters. So he watched Beerus versus Galaxia and was like, bro, who voiced Beerus? Because there is, if you had told me that was, the actual voice actor, I probably would have believed you.
Yeah, that sounded almost uncanny to Jason Douglas.
Yeah. It's nuts.
Yeah.
Yep.
It turns out that's just how that guy talks, because I've listened to that guy's, his name is River. I've listened to some of his other voice performances, and he sounds pretty similar in those as he does to Beerus. So I guess that's just how he talks. Alright, cool.
Cool. Yeah.
So, speaking of cool...
Oh, also, I probably should buzz up at it just real quick. Wrapping the... I don't think I said this, but this is also my favorite of the season. I don't know if I said that or needed to say that, but you know.
I think you said it much earlier. but
Well,
yeah.
just want to
We're saying it again.
reiterate it just in case. All right. Anyway.
Yeah.
Do you guys want another comic? Do you guys want another comic book fight? No. Good, because here's another comic book fight.
Oh boy, here we go. All right.
No.
Hey, at least it's not Marvel or DC this time.
No,
Yeah.
but people still are complaining.
Yeah, but those people can bite me.
What did you think that? What did you think they'd actually pick Bardock and Titan as their opponents? Think, viewers.
I was gonna say Hancock, but you know, hey.
Or
that's
Hancock.
good.
That's also Hancock.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay, so we have another Amazon-esque episode. Everybody, we have the piece of shit Homelander versus the redeemed, the villain yet redeemable mustache Omni-Man.
Yep.
You really tried to make that work.
I did. I know. I tried. I didn't.
Yeah.
I could have said
okay.
porn
Yeah.
stash, but you know, whatever.
Omni-Man versus Homelander. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Fight pretty much.
Yeah.
The fight pretty much everyone expected to happen, and yeah, people still find a way to whine and complain. Go figure.
Oh my god. Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
All right. Fine. Like, yes. Let's say if they did do Bardock versus Omni-Man, guess what? Omni-Man loses. Let's say if they did do Titan versus Homelander, guess what? Homelander loses. Let's say if they did Hancock versus Homelander, Homelander loses. Well, I mean, Titan doesn't have any physical. He scales and compares directly to Metro Man, and Metro Man pretty much revealed that he doesn't have any physical weaknesses. So even if he's, let's say, at most,
I don't know.
Yeah, you should, because there's a damn sequel series coming out.
Oh yeah, that's right. All right, yeah, okay, I'll watch my mind again.
Yeah, so yeah, even hypothetically, let's just say at most, Titan and Metro Man are planet level. That still is way higher than Homelander, who, spoiler alert, Homelander at best is city level, because they said that they once were ready to drop a nuke on his ass, and they didn't because they figured he could probably survive it.
So,
yeah.
But anyways, enough about those fights that no one cares about. Let's talk about this fight.
I'm excited.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to this one. Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised we're actually not gonna just trash on this. Like, whoa.
Yeah, no, whoa.
We're actually reasonable people. Whoa.
Whoa.
I think those existed on the internet.
I know.
Okay.
Hey guys, quick question.
Well, I don't think they do still, but you know, whatever.
Yeah.
I have a quick
Reasonable and the internet go together like water and oil, you see. So
you're not wrong.
I have a question for you guys.
Oh yeah?
What if Homelander wins?
Oh, he won't.
Well,
I guarantee you he won't. And we'll get to why later.
God.
Yeah, but yeah, let's not rush yourself. So yeah.
So I would like to take this time to mention that right before recording this, I just finished Invincible.
Hey,
nice.
And good show.
And as soon as we're done here, I'm going to make some dinner and watch The Boys.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Because I made it a point on a previous podcast to get into as many of these new franchises as possible, and look at that, these are 2 new franchises. No, the 7 Battle Royale does not count. Shut up.
Yeah.
Also, I would recommend watching the animated Boys anthology, but specifically the 3rd episode and the 8th and the 7th, or I think it's the 7th or 8th.
Richard, you know me, I'm probably going to watch all of it.
Okay, fair.
I actually haven't watched the anthology yet, but I know about some of the things that happen. I know one of the episodes is animated by the people who did Rick and Morty, which is weird.
It's weird, but it's weird. Good. Also, personally, episode 6, not my favorite, but when you both see it, I think you'll see why.
Well,
we'll talk about
I
that
will.
eventually, maybe
I will
another
get
day.
back to you on that when I watch all of the boys.
Yeah. So
So I don't
Yeah.
really
These two
have.
shows are awesome.
So I don't really have much to say on Homelander on this one. I will say I'm more than well aware that he probably deserves it, but let's try and not be. I mean, okay, we can talk about what we feel about the guy, but when we actually like break this fight down, let's not be overly cynical to him. Like,
Okay, at
like
most,
let's actually try to give him some
Homelander-
credit where credit is due.
yes, Homelander isn't a okay. Homelander is not a complete piece of shit. At the end of the day, when we really get down to it, he's just a lost and confused man-child who doesn't know any better.
Yeah.
There you go. That I've set the mood.
Okay.
There we go. All right. Well, I guess this kind of just gives us our opinions. Well, first of all, I'm actually curious because I don't know. I mean, obviously, I'm guessing you haven't. Are we like? It's decently safe to say we're all more familiar with the Amazon shows rather than the comics for these two.
Yeah.
I'm actually I'm familiar with both Invincible show and I read its comics. I read almost every issue. I skipped a few filler issues that didn't add anything, but I read through every single one of the issues of Invincible twice. So,
okay.
But I have not read the boys' comic book.
Well, that's good because I hear they're bad.
Yeah, I hear they're not good.
No, they're very cynical. They are writing. They try to act like they're the best thing ever.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What's there to say, really? Both of them are evil Superman, pretty much.
Basically.
Like, what if Superman was a total douchebag?
Yeah, basically, that's just the long and short of it. At least that's why people wanted it. So
yeah,
and they're good at what they do. All right, so okay, and I'm actually curious. What is your take on Omniman, considering the 8 episodes you have watched? What is your opinion?
Well, I know that he redeems himself in later comics, which haven't been adapted yet. But as far as the first season of the show is concerned, he's kind of a piece of crap.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, he's got a pretty neat looking costume. He's voiced by J.K. Simmons, which is automatically a win. And he's kind of a piece of crap, and I hope he dies.
Yep.
That's basically the long and short of it for me.
Yeah. I mean, I do enjoy his. I mean, obviously, I haven't read the comics, but like, I have heard he gets better, and just like, I don't know, just both of these two, just in general, like, they're very intimidating, which I think is very good play.
Yeah.
I hope that does get across in this battle. But like, I don't know, they're just both these two are fun to watch, just in general. I guess that's just I could sum both up in just that. Just I really like both characters. I like what they're doing with them, and I'm very excited to see what they do for the second season when that gets adapted next year.
I could say I like him as Nolan Grayson. Like, cause like I got the vibe that he is like a genuinely like caring person. He just like his whole goal was to bring his empire to Earth, which that's messed up. And what he says during their fight was messed up. But like,
I mean, yeah.
but like I can look at the scenes before all that, and I could think, and even when I knew what was coming up, I didn't know about the pet line. That was messed up. But
yeah, that's that's probably not something you should. I mean, It's yeah, but
besides that, I can look at the scenes he's in before all that, and I knew that he was gonna, go stark raving bonkers.
Yeah.
But I could still look at
Yeah.
that and think, you know what? I mean, you're kind of a piece of crap, but you seem like a generally caring person.
Yeah.
And spoiler alert, he at the end, because this is a great point that was brought up to me. By the end of the first season, and very much spoiler alert into the going into the second season potentially, Nolan Grayson, he learns to finally become a human and not a Vaxamite, because that's his whole arc. Is he has the mentality of a Vaxamite. He's no different, it turns out, from anyone else. But because of his son, he learns, you know what?
Yeah.
I am a human, and I've committed so many horrible things that I don't deserve to be on this planet anymore. And and again, without giving too much potential seasons away, let me just say that once you see where they take Nolan's character, you root for the guy. You love him. You love the fact that he's not in denial. Like fucking Homelander, for example. Homelander thinks what he's doing is for the best, not for people, but for himself. Whereas Nolan Grayson, he leaves that mentality and he drops it completely to become a more caring individual. So one actually does get redeemed, while the other stays what they are.
Yeah.
And ZDogg just left.
Yeah, he had something to do apparently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could comment more on Homelander, but I haven't seen The Boys yet. I'm going to right as soon as we're done here, but
without spoiling anything. Okay, he's back. Yay!
All right.
It's all right. That was a call from someone.
No. Okay. Well, now Brobuscus doesn't know what to think of Homelander, and I was about to say, well, without spoiling anything,
oh boy,
you'll see. You'll see.
Yeah.
I'm fully prepared.
Yeah.
No, you are not.
Are you though?
I've read up a little bit on the guy. Like,
Okay.
I'm not going into it completely blind.
I know, but just there's a difference. I'm telling you. It's like, trust me. Just trust me. You'll know.
Yeah. I guess just without spoiling anything, I don't know if you said your thoughts on him. He's just a character. I said this in another episode, but like, he's just someone I love to hate. He's just a character I love to hate. He's just so entertaining to watch whenever he's on screen. It's what he's doing is fucked up, but like, he's so entertaining to watch.
Yeah,
like,
he's essentially like the Joker if he was a superhero.
Yeah, that's kind of a good way to put it. So
fun.
Yeah. At least with Omniman, you get the feeling that, okay, this guy is so dead set in the ways of his people, but once he fully has a family, he starts to realize, you know what? I don't want to be a Vaxamite anymore. I want to be human.
Viltrumite.
Yeah.
Viltrumite, excuse me. I don't know why I keep mispronouncing it.
no good.
Anyway, that's me, but...
Yeah, I only know that because I just finished watching the show.
Yeah, but... I guess when it all comes down to it, both of these two are entertaining for different reasons, and at least the best part about Nolan is that he has a family to make you care for him. But at the same time, since Brobuscus just got done watching the first season of Invincible, those first 7 episodes, he sees his family as nothing more than dead air, because he even tells his son, what's another 15 years? Because to him and his species, time is nothing. They don't care about their offspring. They're legit born, and their parents don't give two damn shits about them, because to them, if they die, they can just get another child like it's nothing. Like it's just a stroll in the...
Yeah, which is really messed up.
Yeah, I mean, even when his son Mark is like, and what about mom? Do you feel the way about mom?
Yeah, I mentioned that while you were muted.
Sorry,
yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, I won't repeat what you just said, but yeah, no, just like, yeah, that says it all right there. But again, at least by the end, Omni-Man is redeemed, and there's hope. There's hope for him.
Yeah, and I mean, spoiler alert, because I do at least know this about the comics. Yeah, spoiler alert, Homelander just dies the same asshole he always is. So yeah.
Although he does get backstabbed, so that's neat.
Yeah, but again, it's like with Homelander, it was circumstance that made him who he is. He didn't choose to be this way.
Yeah.
So, at least at the bare minimum, and I hate that people aren't talking about this, there's something really psychologically deep when you talk about, or you dive deep into these characters.
Yeah.
Like, they're not just one-dimensional evil Superman ripoffs.
Yeah, they're more than that. It's a lot deeper than you may think. So.
And the icing on the cake is that one is voiced by a very legendary actor, and the other is played by an actor who got himself arrested.
Yeah.
Unfortunate timing, isn't it? I mean, to be fair, he was at least a good actor before he got arrested.
I mean, yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, he's a good actor because he might as well be Homelander in real life.
Yeah. I mean, jeez. It's like...
Yeah.
Although, with that being said, I love the boys, but is it strange that I almost want to get... I don't want to get any autographs from Homelander's actor, even before this whole arrested. There was something off about... It's like, why would I want to get an autograph from a guy who's playing a psychopath Superman?
Yeah, I mean, just want to look at him, and I can kind of tell that he's kind of a douche canoe. And then I hear he gets arrested, and I'm like, oh, well, okay then.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how that pans out for season 4.
Oh boy.
Yeesh.
Man. Although I'll bring up this in acting later, but just it'd be so fucking... I don't want to say hilarious, but it'd just be like, oh, that's kind of weird. But anyway,
all right. So should we address a bit of an elephant in the room? I mean, I know none of us want to, but we probably should.
Oh boy, here it comes.
Yeah.
So the community response, isn't it great?
I feel like one of the most negatively responded next time in a while.
I do not get it.
I get
like okay. You are like I don't want any misquotes. People are they're in their right to not be hyped about this. Like,
yes.
Don't let me say that. Don't take it like I'm trying to say otherwise. Like, if you're not excited about this, like if you didn't want this fight to happen, I mean, I'm sorry, but that's fine. It's I'm like, you don't have to like it. I'm not saying that.
You don't even have to watch it.
Yeah, you don't have to watch it either. Like,
exactly.
You are not being forced to watch this. You are not forced to give investment into this. You're not. But, you guys make it sound like they put a gun to your head and robbed you of what you wanted, when in actuality, most likely, this fight is happening for 2 reasons. they were probably approached by Amazon to ask if they could do this, if they would like to do this fight as a good way to cross-promote with the eventual third season of The Boys and probably next year the second season of Invincible. And because they probably wanted to do this fight because, again, on the cast, on Death Battle cast,
crazy thought, but maybe this fight is so. Oh man, Twitter. Oh my gosh, Twitter. I know that Twitter is a cesspool, but what the heck?
Twitter
so
moment.
I saw so many replies on Twitter, like both on the. So they posted a tweet about this matchup. We already have the official thumbnail, for crying out loud.
Yes.
And they tagged the official accounts of both Invincible and The Boys, and both of them made quote tweets about it. And on both quote tweets and the original tweet, I'm seeing so many people being like, "Man, I feel sorry for you guys because Amazon likely forced you guys to do this fight." And I'm like, my guy, you need to get off the internet right this second.
I'm just gonna say this is as stupid as the freaking Rooster Teeth arguments. I'm just saying, come the frick on.
Okay. I won't deny there could be a possible. Obviously we don't know, but there is a possibility.
Because they probably can't say.
Well, even regardless of that, there is a possibility that Amazon went to them and said, "Hey, we got these two things coming up, and we partnered with you guys for the 7 Battle Royale. Can you do another fight to kind of bridge that together?" And they were like, and they're like, "You know what? Omniman versus Homelander is really highly requested."
Gonna do? So, what are they gonna do? Say no?
Well, that's the thing. They're perfectly capable. They were perfectly capable of saying no. Obviously, they didn't because they're doing this fight.
Well, I mean, I say that because again, you never know with Amazon. You never know. Amazon could just be like, okay, well, it could just be like, well, you guys, are you guys ever planning to do Invincible versus Gohan? Well, yeah. It's like, okay, well then, why don't you just do the Homelander versus Omni-Man? And they were probably like, you know what? We have gotten a lot of requests for that, so sure, we don't mind that. Because again, it's good business. God dang it! That's what this. It's literally just one friend saying, "Hey, I got this thing coming out. You're a good way of getting it out there. Can you help me?" And they probably said yes because again, they want to stay in good faith with these people.
I wouldn't be surprised if their partnership during the 7 Battle Royale caused a lot of friendships to form.
It's possible. You never know. But again, I personally do believe that Amazon did reach out to them and ask them, "Hey, we have season 3 of The Boys, season 2 coming out. Would you guys like to do another partnership thing?" They said yes, we would, and either one of them probably threw out, "Well, what about Omni-Man versus Homelander?" And there you go. But the second thing is, if you watch Death Battle cast, everybody on the cast has revealed they love The Boys, they love Invincible.
They're super into The Boys.
Yes. I mean,
Ben wanted to do a Boys episode before they even did the 7 Battle Royale.
Yes. So again, they were excited. They're not doing this just because they were asked to.
Yeah, chances are they were probably going to do this anyway.
And
Amazon be damned.
Do people not remember when Ben said this is one of their most requested fights in recent years? They're like, no one remember that?
Yeah, really.
No? Okay.
So it's crazy thought. I know. Absolutely crazy thought. I know. Oh my gosh. Crazy concept. But maybe they did this fight because they wanted to. No. It can't be that. Amazon clearly forced them to do this.
I'll get back to this, but other fights like Bardock, Vulcan for Omni-Man, and Hancock, Titan, Brightburn, freaking everyone really for Homelander. Like,
name an evil
freaking,
Superman.
like,
It's probably been suggested to fight Homelander.
yeah, basically. Like freaking, yeah. Like it's not like yeah. Those probably eclipsed them in requests recently.
I still remember the quest for Homelander versus an actual evil Superman. Like,
yeah, versus regime Superman.
Like,
gosh, yeah.
It's there. It exists.
Whoops. Yeah, but like freaking, like I totally get. Yeah, but like, come on, like, don't like put words in their mouth like about Amazon quote unquote forcing them to do it. And besides, like, it's not like they're biased. Like both of them are Amazon owned. Like it's not like there's any like bias going into it. Like if they were to do like Homelander versus Titan or Hancock, like where like oh one of them's owned by the freaking company. Oh, that's just gonna make a good impression. Like, oh, where have I heard that argument before?
Flashbacks.
Exactly. Gosh.
I'm getting flashbacks.
But, yeah, like. But like, yeah.
Death metal community
like,
at its finest, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely.
I freaking love being in this community, except for when I don't.
Exactly. Exactly. Why do you think I took a break from my main account? Frick's sake. But like, and like, okay, like they're like I guess that's like one of like the big three things that I've heard about this site. Like people complaining, like they forced them to do it. Like no, like come on, like.
Do you really think Amazon cares that much? Like,
no.
Like
I get really
like Warner Brothers doesn't care that much, and they own Rooster Teeth. Like,
yeah. Gosh, like freaking, like they're like that's like one of the big, well, maybe one of, unless I'm forgetting one, like one of the big three reasons people are against this fight. Which, yeah, which I guess they're gonna, unless there's one I'm missing, which it feels like there is. Like there's that. It's like they think Amazon is forcing them to do it, which is stupid. The other reason is it's a stomp in. We'll get there. The third reason that I really want to address, like freaking, is that like it's a waste for both characters, which like.
We circle back to what we said before. Did no one remember that this is one of the most requested fights in Death Metal history of late years? Like,
exactly, and like even besides that, the like. Death Metal can bring characters back. They literally just did it. They literally just like it may take like forever, but like they totally can bring them back to like Omniman versus Bardock and Homelander versus probably Hancock. I think that's his most popular fight.
Heck, frick it! Like the two shows aren't done. Right? Like
yeah,
like
but,
when
like the comics are done, like the shows aren't done. Like they're
like when the shows conclude, they'll probably bring them back.
Yeah. So like, and heck, like that hasn't stopped people from suggesting the fight in the past. Like, do you know how many people I've seen, like, amp up requesting Akuma versus Rao versus Akuma versus Shao Kahn?
Yeah.
Like freaking.
I like, still see requests for Akuma versus Rao.
Yeah, like it's not like. It's not impossible for these two to come back, and I think people are just blindsided by that. Which I mean is understandable. Like, freaking, do you think I still freaking feel that because of Miles Static?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So, I feel like there's one more thing that like people have been saying. I just forget what it is.
I mean, the other one really is just like, they said they prefer Omni-Man versus Bardock. I'm like, no, they didn't.
Oh, yeah, that.
Like, no, they didn't. They said that they liked that fight.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Like,
yeah.
They never said, like, they said, like, okay, Ben said something along the lines of, like, you know, like, I want to bring Omni-Man in, but I don't know. But the direct quote was, I don't know if Homelander's it.
Okay, yeah, that sounds right. That sounds all right.
That's him. I'm mostly paraphrasing, but the I don't know part is direct.
Yeah,
Like he never said like I don't like this fight. He never said that.
yeah. He just
He just said like
prefers. I mean, he also likes Bardock
yeah.
as a matchup, which is fair.
Yeah, like they just mentioned Bardock as like a like on the side. Like they just like casually brought him up. That was it. Like they never said anything
Yeah,
about like saying like we'll never do Omni-Man versus Homelander. Like no.
yeah. And again, just throwing it out there, like Bardock is still on the table in the future, even if Bardock fights Minato, freaking Naruto dad, first. Minato, freaking Naruto.
I always say Minato.
Like Minato. Yeah. This is the Minato's power.
Stop.
Sorry. Yeah, they can bring him back. Like, there's nothing against that. It may take like a while, but like they could bring him back.
Yeah. I don't see any problem bringing him back.
I mean, also. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I mean, also there might be a problem with like deciding what's canon for Bardock because I hear that's pretty iffy.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Because canon Bardock just up and dies, like.
Dude. Whoops.
Like
Yeah.
canon Bardock is just like, was destroyed alongside planet Vegeta.
Yep. So. Whoops.
And then there's some like alternate timeline or whatever where Bardock, like manages to escape or something, or was off-world beforehand. I don't know.
Something like that.
And managed to survive, and he became like Super Saiyan or something. Obviously, if they bring in Bardock, they have to go with that, because otherwise, like, if they don't, then Bardock is a non-character. He just exists. Both of them are muted now. Can one of you guys come back, please?
Sorry. Okay. Sorry. That wasn't expecting. My bad. Okay. Sorry.
It's like I'm sitting here. Both of you guys are muted.
Okay. Well, I was only muted for a second. So sorry.
I know.
Anyway, yeah. But yeah, the point still stands. All right.
I remember someone threatening to dox the team over the fight.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Sorry. Just.
It's
come on.
I mean, it's more than most likely an empty threat, because of course it is. But he said
Don't
it.
go that far. Come on.
And it was like, I wouldn't be surprised if like later it was revealed to be like a piss take, but like the problem, the thing is that piss takes are funny.
Yeah.
Like threatening to dox someone is not funny.
Yeah.
That's a serious problem, and even if it's just taking the piss, like, stop.
Yeah, please. Gosh. Yeah.
I love this community. I really do.
Mm.
I know I don't make it seem like I do, but I do. It's just.
Yeah, there's more than a few bad apples, unfortunately, but.
Well, speaking of bad apples, since Richard's not coming back anytime soon, I don't even know if this will stay in the video, but I wonder how that one guy from Thor versus Vegeta is doing right now.
Oh gosh. Oh boy.
Probably.
Well, speak of the devil.
He's back, but he's glitchy.
Yeah.
I think I actually heard like he like DM'd Ultra. It was like super pissed.
Yeah, of course.
I'm like, yeah, well, karma.
Yeah, karma is it.
Yeah. I was gonna say it, but I'm like, this is probably going in the video, so I don't know if I want to.
Yep. So, well, luckily, you're not worried about that.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I could just address the fact that, like, going back because I guess I could address it more. Like, obviously not the stomp, but like, freaking, stomps in the community are weird because like, I don't know. It feels like because like Death Battle has had many stomp matchups
Many
that are
stomps.
stomp.
Are you kidding me?
Many.
Like,
yeah.
Like, let me put it into
Like,
perspective. We got 4 fights this season, and one of them is close.
Yeah. Like,
We got one of them is genuinely close. The other has something to be talked about, and the other 2 are stomps.
Agreed.
Yeah. So
Like,
I mean,
And I heard everything you guys were saying, so just so you know. I also
Alright,
told you
cool.
about this privately. Can't say I didn't warn you.
Eh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, so
but
now that he's back, actually, Richard,
Yeah,
do you
but-
have anything more you want to add since you were gone for most of that?
I mean, other than the fact that again, I get about these so-called fans anymore. Like, I don't like. If you don't like it, fine. Don't fucking like it. But
Yeah.
just stop. Just stop.
Yeah. For real.
It's nothing you say, nothing you do. It's not going to change anything, and that's just how it is. You know.
Yeah. The
they do what
episode's
they
still
want.
gonna happen regardless. It's like.
Yeah, no, you can save and here's the thing. The episode's probably gonna be fucking brutally awesome, and you will change your tunes and you'll be like, oh, this is the best thing ever. How come people don't like this? It's like, no, none of that. No, you don't get to do that. You don't get to pretend like you gave a shit or were excited or invested. No. Because again, it's like we did the same thing, all right? We were all not excited for Thor versus Storm. We had low expectations for that fight, and it generally surprised us with how well done it was.
Yeah.
So, again, it doesn't matter. None of this matters anymore.
That kind of goes like into like what I was saying before about stomps. Like stomps, like yeah, it's a stomp, and like unlike the other stomp stuff, but unlike a lot of stomps,
this community,
that's what
exactly like stomps can be fun given the right circumstances. Goro versus Machamp was fun. Korra versus Storm was fun. Samurai Jack versus Afro Samurai.
This community
versus Kakashi.
This community in general, like this community, and even Death Battle themselves, admittedly, like, anytime the topic of stomps come up, like it's just generally weird.
Yeah, I totally get it. Like it makes the question, it makes the topic of who would win like boring, but like it still can lead to some fun results in the fight and whatever. So I mean,
like honestly, I don't understand why people complain. Like people would complain about like, Korra versus Storm. We'll go with that. Or Batman versus Iron Man. That's another one.
yeah.
People will complain about that, and then turn around and like they'll see like Goku Black versus Reverse Flash or Saitama versus Popeye, and they'll see that and be like, "Yo, that's gonna be the sickest fight ever." I'm like, you guys have such double standards. Like,
you people are two-faced. You know that? You are. You're bipolar with this shit. It's really starting to piss us off because we cannot be excited. How can we be excited when you're blasting us, saying, "Oh, this is bad"?
I am kind of guilty of that. Like saying, like I don't know. I've kind of just grown to not freaking care anymore.
Yeah.
It's just
no, same here.
Even Max said it when he saw Goku Black versus Reverse Flash get announced. Like, that has every potential to be a really cool and amazing fight, but I think that's more one-sided than the fight we just watched.
Yeah, that's a really good way to sum it up.
And that's kind of how this fight is. Like, yes, this has every potential to be an amazing fight and one of the best ones of the show, but it's definitely more one-sided than the fight we just watched. And no one cared about how stompy Thor versus Vegeta is, and yet they'll look at this and be like, "Yo, what the crap? This is so disrespectful."
No, it's more or less.
Whatever.
No, it's more or less one side of the community complains about how much of a stomp Vegeta versus Thor was, and then the moment this fight gets announced, everybody, every community is saying, "Oh, this is a huge fucking stomp." Again, I don't mean to steal from Family Guy of all things, especially Good Season, but oh my god, who the hell cares?
Yeah.
It's like, if you have nothing better to do than bitch and moan about the fact that they're doing this, then my god, people, you have no life. You don't know how to have. You don't have any. You haven't gotten any sex on you. Go out, do something. Go get laid. Go get drunk. Go have fun.
I mean, yeah, and like I totally get it. Like, people would prefer to have like a closer fight to debate every once in a while.
Sure.
But
well,
like,
yes, it's nice, but it's like,
but we literally just had Scarlet Witch versus Zatanna, which like could go either way. Like,
freaking
like
I
they
didn't
even
know.
said, like they even said, like looking into this match is like walking on a tightrope, and it's true. It is.
Yeah.
So, like, you can look at it one way and be like, oh, Scarlet Witch absolutely wins. You can look at it another way and be like, oh, Zatanna absolutely wins.
yes, no,
But it's like there's no consistency. It's always the same thing. It's
just
like,
allow me to blow your fucking minds for a second here, people. The first episode of Death Battle that ever aired on YouTube was the Stomp. Then the fight after that. The first two fights were Stomps.
Yeah, and I mean, I know it also has become a meme, like saying, "Oh, this was an incredibly close fight," but like, Death Battle does usually try to make the fight seem a lot closer than they are. Which I mean,
but there's always a reason for that. Like,
yes, there
is.
And
exactly.
Going back to like Goku Black versus Reverse Flash, like, yes, that's one. Like, they didn't say it was close. They said it was tricky, and that's because both of them are basically unkillable.
Yes, they are. They're unkillable. So again, I'm just gonna end it by saying I don't give a shit what you people think anymore, because again, I'm excited for this fight, and I'm gonna stay excited about this fight because I love the boys. I love Invincible. I love that this fight is happening, and I love that Amazon is trusting them to do it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, maybe like look at it in a different way. It's not like, I know this is the common saying. It's not always about the destination. It's about the journey. Like, the process of getting to that result can lead to a lot of fun stuff, which definitely could in this fight, especially the dialogue. Oh dear gosh, the dialogue. Freaking. Yeah, like, obviously, like, yeah, you know where you're gonna end up, but like, you can have a lot of fun getting there. Like, just try and look at it that way. I know that might be a little hard, but like, try and look at it that way.
You put too much faith in
all I know is I'm done talking about these idiots. I am. I'm done. Like, I'm done, man.
I don't blame you, on, but like, yeah, and obviously, hopefully, we didn't offend you. If you're like one of the people who like obviously feel this way, don't try and hate it. We're just trying to bring a little levity to it, like,
as much levity as we can provide.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so
anyway,
getting off the soapbox for a hot minute because I am losing my voice.
Yeah. We got it.
All right, production. So right at the moment, by the way, we're recording this like the day after Thor versus Vegeta goes up on YouTube. We currently do not know what the animation style is. The only thing we know is that it's not Devil Artemis.
Yes.
No, it won't be 3D.
Or it won't be by Devil Artemis, at least.
No.
So
that's literally all we know. We like, they haven't said anything about what animation style it is. We just are very good at figuring out what it isn't.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I mean, there are arguments to be made, like, I mean, potentially either. Like, if I was to choose one right now, I would probably lean a little towards sprites, if only because, one, they have the sprites already made from the 7 Royale. They probably need to expand them a little, but they have them. And two, Origin, the hero, on Twitter actually revealed that he was making some Omniman sprites, which could be because of this fight, or in general, they could just come into play here, so...
How crazy would it be if this was a hand-drawn fight?
I mean, that would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
I mean, it's simple. It's simple
don't
enough
know.
to do. I feel like
Yeah,
both these two are pretty basic in their moveset. Like, I mean, Omni-Man is basically I can fly really fast and I can punch really freaking hard, and that's it.
Yeah.
Basically. It's like I'm really fast, I'm really strong, I can fly, and that's pretty much it.
That's it. Yeah.
So doesn't seem that hard for any animation style to do, really.
No, yeah. I mean, we won't know. I wish we could find out, but we just don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but whatever style it is, I'm sure it's going to be good.
So. Yeah. Very like this has every potential to be probably the most brutal fight on the show.
It's
yeah.
gonna be brutal. I know it's got to be.
Just the nature of these two franchises, and just given how the 7 Battle Royale went, like I know a lot of people don't like that fight, and it's totally fair, but like, you can't deny the brutality of that one.
This is probably good. This one's probably gonna up that. I would imagine.
I mean, probably.
Definitely.
I would imagine. But like in that fight, we literally see like organs flying around. I'm like, yeah, okay. Probably gonna see something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What I'm curious on, so they're probably gonna get Yang back for Homelander.
Yeah.
Probably.
It only makes sense. And to be fair, he was fine in the Battle Royale, so like I don't contest that.
He works out.
Yeah.
But who on Earth is gonna voice Omni-Man?
Freaking, I don't know.
And whoever it is, I feel really bad for the guy.
Yeah, because they have to up JK, or that they replicate
JK. Cool if they got JK.
Dude, if they didn't, but they more than most likely didn't. But imagine if they did.
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, fun. But I mean, freaking, I don't know. Whoever they are getting has some big shoes to fill. But I mean, I'm sure they'll be able to get someone who sounds fine enough, I guess. So.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of who, because I have no idea.
Yeah. Is there? I'm trying to think if there's been anyone who, I don't know. Anyone, like any voice actor on YouTube or anyway that do a good JK.
Yeah.
I feel like there's one. I just don't remember what his name is.
I think I saw someone. I don't know if it was for. It was in response to like because Devil was putting out a like a casting call for Omni-Man and Homelander, for a project he's doing.
Yeah.
I think I saw someone say Gianni. I don't know if that was.
I could see that.
Maybe.
They didn't specify. That's obviously for Omni-Man, but they didn't specify who. But I'm like, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
We
also don't know who's researching and directing this fight.
I do know who was researching.
Don't we know?
Okay.
Isn't Speedy doing one of them, you said?
Yeah, Speedy's on Omni-Man.
Hey.
Okay.
And then Felicia, Nocturne Bros, is on Homelander.
Hey, cool. Well, at least, well, spoiler, but at least Speedy gets something to his name.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Also, now we just gotta find out. It's like, okay, well, who's directing and writing this episode?
I think Liam's writing, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
I have no idea who's directing. I'm pretty sure I heard it was Liam writing, but I have no idea who's directing.
Okay.
If it is Liam, that's
Sounds
4 scripts in a
expected.
row for the guy. Like,
Jeez.
that man's bank account's
Oh my gosh.
probably gotten significantly better in recent times.
Yeah. You'll love to see it.
Yeah.
I mean, the man's a full-blown employee now, so like,
Yeah.
I guess you gotta. I guess we'll get in as many scripts as possible.
Yeah.
And to be fair, with how
he normally does good.
I think
so.
Liam even said, okay, so yeah, it is Liam. Because he said on commentary, like they were hyping up this fight. It's like brought to you by the disturbing, messed up mind of Liam Swan. I'm like, you know what? That
Fitting
tracks.
considering the. Yeah, I mean, fitting considering the disturbing, messed up minds of these series.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, it fits.
I mean, whenever I hear that Liam is a messed up person, my mind harkens immediately to Saber Wolf versus John.
Yeah.
He made it his
my
goal
God.
during when writing the death to get someone to vomit.
Yep. My gosh.
And you know someone out there probably did.
Probably. Betty's gonna have a field day with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be nice. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm just
Also, this is. Well, sorry. Go ahead, Jedi.
No, I was just gonna say this is just gonna be nice to see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, this is railing off topic. I probably should have brought this up earlier, but can we mention that freaking Omniman is the first Image character from Image Comics since Spawn?
Yeah,
show.
really.
I get like, I mean, I don't know how many characters from Image you could bring in, but like that's just
I don't
weird
know.
to think about. So I mean, yeah, that's there you go. That's man.
Now we just need
Gosh.
another Dark Horse representation. Bring in Hellboy, you cowards.
I know. Come on, man.
Yep. One day.
All right, so now we have the debate.
There's a debate.
Dang it, you ruined the joke.
I'm sorry. Alright, let's just say who we're all gonna place our bets on.
So obviously Homelander's winning this, right? Like,
Yeah,
Obviously.
I mean, obviously he is.
100%. Like, the man can survive anything
Oh,
on
yeah,
Earth.
serious?
Like,
Obviously, come on, like what? You're not on Team Home. I mean, he has the good stats. He has the good looks. He has the good. I can't. Yeah.
Sorry.
all right,
you're
piss
gonna
take
die.
aside.
Homelander's gonna die.
Yeah,
Homelander's
fucking
super
guy.
gonna die.
Yeah.
I
So
don't think there's much to be had here. Like, this is, without a doubt, like, the biggest stomp in death metal history since Korra versus Storm.
Yep.
yeah, probably one of the biggest ones of all time, honestly.
Probably. At least one of the most obvious. I will say Homelander does have probably like one advantage in this fight, and that's range. He's got heat vision.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
which,
and like Omniman has nothing.
which like definitely. Which I mean, that's more than what Korra had. So like, good on him.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
And in fact, I don't mean to like meta here, but like they literally say on cast when they debated this, like, no, like, Omni-Man wins.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like even like Liam was repping Homelander, and by the end he was like, why do I get the character? Like even before it was officially like announced who was winning, it's like, why do I get the characters that always lose? And I'm like, well, He's thrown in the towel. I can't possibly imagine why.
Oh, gee, I wonder. Whoops.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think of like. So I wonder if I have the blog up. I wonder if they have anything good for Homelander so far.
At best, he's city level. That's
Yeah.
all I'm
I
saying.
think I've heard country at one point, but I don't know where it comes from.
Yeah, me neither.
I'd have to look that up. I'll keep an eye on that. But highest I'm seeing superior to Stormfront, who can create tidal waves and hurricanes powerful enough to destroy entire villages and towns.
Mhm.
Got 1.03 megatons. Neat.
Yep, that's cool. Oh, by the way, Omniman flew through a planet.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
That's basically all I need to say. That's just that one feat where Omniman flies through a planet and like, as it's blowing up. I don't know the context. I just know he did it and like destroyed it. So
I'm seeing almost Mach 50 for speed, so that's kind of cool.
That's cute. Homelander is MFTL.
Omniman.
You mean Omniman?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Omniman.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So I'm seeing what's the smallest that I'm seeing? That I can see for cause explosions visible from orbit when exterminating the Flaxons. 204.65 megatons of TNT.
Yikes.
Already. Can throw baseballs across the planet. That got 84 to 756 tons. Okay, never mind. Homelander wins. No, I'm just kidding.
Gosh.
Oh wait. Mark has slammed himself and Alan into the moon at high speeds. 1.66 megatons. All right, so that one's kind of close. And then you got claims to have diverted an asteroid the size of Texas. 59 exatons of TNT. It's like, well, okay, there you go. And then, what else? What do we got for speed? I'm seeing Mach 3, fought the Immortal, flat Mach 3. What's the highest? Just to really hammer it in. Flew out of the solar system in 2 weeks at most. At least 41C. All right.
Yeah,
that's an oof. That is what we in the business call an oof.
Oh, oof. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I'm like, the worst part is even if you like limit it to the shows, that doesn't help.
No, it doesn't. Literally, like literally, like one of the first things Omni-Man does on screen is better than anything Homelander has shown. So like, and what really sucks is that neither of them have really that special abilities. So it's like, so it's like it really just comes down to who is stronger, who is faster, who is tougher, and that's Omni-Man.
And all of those are Omni-Man. They're in it's good. So I mean, yeah. But like I said before, that doesn't mean this can't be a fun fight, and hopefully we've proven that it can be fun. So
yeah,
hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm still down. Like, it was one of the biggest stomps in Death Metal history, but I'm still down.
Yeah.
But he has wait, Omni-Man has a healing factor? Hello?
Yeah, Omni-Man has a healing factor.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
As if things needed to be made worse for Homelander.
I wouldn't be surprised if, like, in the Boys comics, Homelander apparently has a healing factor too. Like, that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. As far as I know, he doesn't, but. Well.
So yeah.
Got it.
Pretty much.
So.
Really wasn't much to be discussed on this one.
Nope.
Yeah.
So.
Big shock.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, but I should probably throw this out there. If you haven't seen either show before this episode, go watch it.
Yeah, now's a good
Yeah.
time to do it.
Both are very good quality shows, and you should watch them. Just make sure don't watch it if you have a weak stomach, because
Yeah. Make sure you prepare yourselves.
yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Well, guess we should wrap up then.
Guess
Yeah.
so. So yeah, with that all said, I hope you guys enjoyed Thor versus Vegeta. If you didn't, how?
Yeah.
Hope you guys are looking forward to Omni-Man versus Homelander. We all are. If you're one of the people that threatened to dox the team for this next fight's existence, I hope you die in a fire.
Gosh.
Yeah. That's pretty much all there is to say.
Yep.
Yeah.
So hope you enjoyed our ramblings about these episodes, and have a nice day.
Goodbye,
Agreed.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.